Good afternoon, and thanks for joining one of our mini video series sessions on land management code enforcement. This video today will focus on the resident service request and GIS integration. If you enjoy this video, you may also be interested in several of our other products on land management: land database and GIS integration, creating a permit, contractor tracking and licensing, and alerts processing for email alerts and notification reminders. We start off in our main menu for administrative users. All functions are available to the administrative user, and we'll be selecting the land records process. Our product is equipped with filtering ability to focus your view on the information you most are interested in. The display provides sorting ability similar to Excel, so I can click on these columns and sort in ascending or descending order, and allows you to get the information that you want in the position that you want. In our demo database here, we have almost 8,000 records, and in order for me to filter this information down, I can move over to the right here and type a street name in, or any of the other fields, and hit the filter button, and it'll bring up all the properties that we have in our municipality in this display. If I then wanted to map this information, I can click on the map button. In this case, we're connected through Google Earth to go out to the internet and map those parcel locations on the map, and we can see that information right there. We also have the capability to import shape files, so that we can put shape files, property boundaries around your parcels and things like that. So if you have that type of information in Esri or other products, as long as we can convert those .shps to KMLs, then we have that information for you. We can actually even take this icon here and move it down to street level, and we can actually walk down the street then and see the properties on the street. I just discard this information. You can also do reports in all of our filtering areas. So if I click on a report and I wanted to do owner labels, I'd be able to display label information. All of our reports go to a viewer prior to going to the printer, and we can see information about the labels. And this could also be reports too, so it's not just labels. We can do property listing reports, and these are all just user assignable. They can be set up and added to your menu. What we're going to focus on today is the service requests. I'm going to go into the service request display. And the reason we're starting off here is this filtering can allow us to search and review and even run reports for any of the items that we have criteria for. We're going to start with a new request that we may have received from a phone call or from our website or a letter that was mailed into us. Several of our clients provide an editable form on the website that can be imported into the entry, but we're going to do one manually for this demonstration. I'm just going to click on the new button. The colored fields are the entry fields required for this process, and basically I just need to move through these tab fields. Most of them have pull down selections on them. This is the type of service request that I am processing, or customer complaint, and we're going to cite one for weeds. Once I do this, it assigns a department that responsibility and can even email information out to one of our code enforcement people. I can type in a description of this particular service request, or our application comes with standard text that allows us to predefine text that we want to use to make the entry go quicker. So I'm just going to click the standard text. I need to identify the location of the property. If I know that, I can just start to type it in, or I can do a search just by typing in a street name or parcel ID or whatever I have about the location. Pick a parcel. It's already filled in all the parcel information for me, showing me what contacts I have at that particular location. I could have an owner, I could have a resident there, I could have a property manager that is my primary contact. In this case, I just have the owner that's the primary contact, and I'm going to click on select that, which is going to fill in who I'm going to make out my correspondence to and how I'm going to track this. If I have information about the requester, the person that filed this complaint, I can put that information in these fields here. Or I can make the requester the same as the owner information if I elect to. My next step then is to list the actions that we're going to perform. So I can come up here and I can say the first thing I probably want to do is go out and inspect the property to make sure I know what's going on. And I can schedule that date. So I'm going to schedule that for Friday the 7th. I can keep track of when the completion date is and what actions were taken. Again, I can put in some comments in here, and maybe I want the inspectors to go out and notify the resident of non-compliance, or visit the resident to notify them. I can pick the standard text or type my own text. I can send out email notifications to other people if I need to bring them into the process. And I can also write a letter at this point if I would like to let the owner know that we're reviewing this process. So I can pick one of the standard letters that are set up in the system, and these are just Word templates that allow you to import information into for consistency through your organization. I'm going to say weeds and trash, and I'm going to say write the owner. What it's going to do, it's going to take the information from the property and it's going to fill in the letter for me. And in this case, it's taken the person's name and filled it in, and might have your logo on official paper citing what particular section and code that they have failed to correct, and we are ready to send this out. All letters that we generate through the system are then attached to the parcel, so we have complete record of this information. I'm not going to save this since this is just a demonstration process that I'm doing right now, but it would automatically be saved in the document management. So now we've scheduled a person, we've logged the call, logged the service request, we've notified the codes department, and we've generated a letter to send out. If I wanted to attach a file, I could come up here, and maybe a picture was included with it, so I can say property picture. So here's a picture of my high grass, and I attach that. So document attach is part of the application built into our request here. And if we need to put that on the letter, we could actually put it on the letter. And in the future, if I wanted to view any of that information, I just come in here and say view the picture, and it'll show a picture of the failure to trim around the lawnmower, I guess. So that's how you would enter a service request. What I'll do now is I'll move back to the menu here, and we'll call up an existing parcel where they also had weeds problems. And what we can do is we can take a look at the violations that are involved in this. So through the violations, you can actually cite local ordinances as well as 2009 codes to show why they failed to comply. So if this is a violation that we have, I can generate a violation letter, and I can add additional violations if we go out to inspect and we find other issues that we need to have taken care of by the homeowner. So that concludes our overview of the service request application. It's a portion of our code enforcement application, which includes permitting, violations, and service request.